Hello everyone and welcome to my channel English with Zinab. I decided to make this channel in order to share a number of courses in English and linguistic field. Just trying to help students with their subjects. And of course, I started with morphology and I'm willing to make other videos about other subjects. So if you have any question or any confusion, just let me know about them in the comment. So first, let's start. Simply, this video is an introduction to morphology. I will talk about what is morphology, what is morpheme, and some other things. First of all, linguists agree that grammar includes syntax and morphology. The common feature between those constituents of grammar is that both study the word. So we have syntax and morphology are two fields within linguistic, okay? And both of them study the word, but it study the word in different way. So for syntax, it studies the external structure of the word, or if you like, the surface structure of the word. It means within syntax we draw trees, okay? We look for the ambiguity. So it means syntax concentrates on the structure and the ordering of the components within a sentence. It doesn't deal with the different part of a word. Whereas morphology deals with the internal structure of the word or the deep structure of the word. That is to say, it studies the different morphemes that consist a word. So here we deal with morphemes within morphology. So what is morpheme then? Morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning in a given language. So linguists agreed that morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning in a given language because it can't be divided into smaller meaningful parts. So if we take, for example, the first example here, caps. So it consists of two morphemes. We have cap and s of the plural. So simply if we take the morpheme cap, it cannot be divided into other morphemes or other parts. So simply here is the smallest unit. And it has a meaning. When standing alone, when I say cap, yes, I get a meaning simply here. So here I have smallest unit of meaning. So simply is a morpheme. The same for happiness. So it consists of two morphemes, happy and ness. And we have happy is a morpheme that can stand alone and has a meaning. So it has a certain meaning. Okay? So simply here, it cannot be divided. Happy cannot be divided into hap or something like that. So simply, it is a morpheme. Now, morphemes are divided into two, free morpheme and bound morpheme. So free morpheme is a morpheme that can stand alone and it has a meaning. It is divided into two types, lexical and functional morpheme. So if we take the first example, caps, we say it consists of two morphemes, cap and s of the plural. So simply cap is a free morpheme because it can stand alone and it has a certain meaning. Okay? Now for the bound morpheme, can't stand alone and it must be attached to the root or other morpheme. It is divided into inflectional and derivational morpheme. So simply, if I take the word happiness, we said that it consists of two morphemes, happy and ness. So happy is a free morpheme, but ness is a bound morpheme. Why? Because ness can't stand alone. So it doesn't have any meaning, ness, to say ness. Yes, it doesn't have meaning. So simply here, we said ness is a bound morpheme, and also it is usually attached to the root or to another morpheme. So we have here it is attached to the happy, to the morpheme happy. Then, as I said, morpheme is divided into free and bound, and within free morpheme we have two categories: lexical, or what we call root, or also we refer to them as open class, okay? Because they can receive more morphemes. So if we take nouns, conjunctions, adverbs, adjectives, verbs, they are lexical free morpheme, and they are open class because they can receive more morpheme. So if I take, for example, the verb play, it can receive the ed in the simple past, and can receive the suffix s with he and she and it. So simply here I'm talking about a lexical free morpheme. For functional, okay, so we call them closed class because they cannot receive any additional morpheme. So if I take the preposition, conjunctions, determiners, pronoun, auxiliary, all of them are functional, okay? So they are closed class because they cannot receive any additional morpheme. So if I take the preposition at, or in, or to, I cannot add s, or ed, or something, no. So they are functional and they can't receive any morpheme. Now another category, which is bound morpheme. So we say bound morpheme, they are morpheme that cannot stand alone. So this is bound morpheme. And we have two categories: contracted form, so also we call it short form, okay? And we have affixes. So affixes are divided into derivational and inflectional. So for derivational affixes, we have prefixes and suffixes. So we call them derivational because, if you like, the meaning change and the grammatical category of the word change. How? So if we look to the previous example we have of happy, so happy and happiness. So when we add the suffix ness, the category change from an adjective, to a noun. Okay, and even the meaning change. So the meaning of happy is not the same as the meaning of happiness. So here we are talking about derivational affixes. Now for the other category, which is inflectional affixes, or we call them grammatical affixes also. So we have nouns, possessive s, plural marker s. Adjective, we have er, est. Verbs, we have ed, s, ing, en. So simply here we call them inflectional affixes because the meaning doesn't change and the category also doesn't change. So if I add ed to the verb play, then the meaning doesn't change and even the category doesn't change. So simply we are talking about inflectional affixes, and we have 8 inflectional affixes. So as I said, possessive s, plural marker s, er, est, and ed, s, ing, en. Now let's move to the type of morphology. So morphology is divided into inflectional and derivational morphology. So what is inflectional morphology and what is derivational morphology? Inflectional morphology creates new forms of the same words and the meaning doesn't change. It concerns verb, adjectives, nouns, and adverbs. So if you come back to what we said concerning inflectional affixes, inflectional morpheme, So we said that the inflectional morpheme, the meaning doesn't change and the category also doesn't change. What does this mean? It means we have a new form of the same word, and here the meaning doesn't change. Let's see an example. So we have dog. So we have dogs. So we have a new form of the word dog. We have dogs adding s, but we have the same category, noun, and the meaning doesn't change. So here simply we have one entity. The same for the verb play. We have verb, we add ed, played is still a verb, and still it is one entity. Now, let's move to derivational morphology. So for derivational morphology, creates new words from already existed words in the meaning, in which the meaning might change. So the meaning might change. An example, happy. If we add the suffix ness, the meaning change and even the category change. So simply here we have entity 1 happy as an adjective and entity 2 happiness as a noun. I hope you've enjoyed my video about morphology, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and let me know about your questions and your confusions in the comment below. Thank you for watching and take care. See you in another video.